Okay, are we ready, men? All right, Captain Smith here. I got an engineer attorney. I got soon-to-be engineer Buxton someday, and we got firefighter Chambers. What we're going to be doing today is an apartment lay. This is something the City of Bryan engines 1 and 2 have, and we will be deploying them. They're just a handy piece of equipment to make the job easier for us. And these apartments are the reason that we developed this apartment lane, because we know if we have a fire in the back of them, we're going to need 200 feet or more hose. So, and the cross lays, we've learned in the past that we've always had to add to our cross lays. This eliminates that. So when we pull up and we say we're deploying our apartment lay, not only do everybody on the engine know what we're doing, everybody else responding knows that we're going to have a supply line ran back there. Buxton, go ahead and show them what the apartment lay is. All that is a supply line that we've already have with a gated Y on the end of it. And whenever we tell him, go ahead and deploy our apartment lay, that's exactly what he's going to do. All right. As you can see, he's going to pull it off and then come back down. And we're going to go down the side of the building with it. Our engineer will be assisting to make sure that the hose comes off smoothly. And then he'll be coming back to the apparatus. And our engineer will be hooking up to the supply line so that we can get water back there. Go ahead and get us a high-rise pack back there. Our other firefighter will be taking the high-rise pack, and he will deploy to the hose. He's got water. His water will soon be coming.
You copy me charging 3-inch? 10-4, go ahead.
Now we're going to attach our high-rise pack. That's going to give us another 100 feet of hose. And the idea here is to have too much hose. I'd rather have too much hose than not enough, because again, in the past, these same apartments, and whenever we've had fires back here, we've ended up where we're short and don't have enough hose to push deep into the apartment. All right, spray some water. Go ahead and let them know you're ready for water on that hose.
Ready for water on the hose. 10-4.
Okay. All right, come up to the door now. Bring your hose up to the door. Don't knock on the door. Don't. Okay, as you can see, now we are ready to make entry. We've got plenty of hose here. We can go all the way into this apartment. We can go all the way into any of the apartments upstairs, and we should be able to keep the fire contained to the one apartment, possibly room and content, even if it's in the very back of the apartment, without having have it in it spread to other adjacent apartments. If we need to, we can bring another high-rise pack and hook onto the other end of our gated Y for other exposure fires. We can also use that just as a backup line up here for another fire if we need it. But the one thing we cannot do is we cannot use this for a RIT line or on the gated Y. We'd have to run a separate line for our RIT line. Other than that, we're ready to fight fire. So I think this will help a lot of people out. Help our department out. Help a lot of the other companies out over here as far as they know what we're going to be doing when we show up. Engines 1, engines 2 will have these. And if they say they're deploying an apartment line, I hope this clears it up for everybody. They know exactly what's happening and know exactly what we're doing. If there's any questions, feel free to submit them to us, and we'll get to them as soon as we can. Again, I just want to reiterate: this is called an apartment lay, but don't get boxed in by the name. We can use it on schools. We can use it on box stores, your Walmarts, your Targets, your Lowe's. You can use them down the long hallways, again, of schools or any kind of building, long driveways where you can't get an apparatus down. This is just a handy piece of equipment. So that's all we got.
Engineer Attorney here at the apartment lay. Pull up, set my pump in gear, come back here. I've already got a guy pulling a 3-inch line and a high-rise pack. So I come back here, break free my left rear discharge. We put a loop in it and didn't tighten it down so it's easier to get free and manage. Just drop that there. At this time, I would grab my 3-inch line where I've broken it and make the connection to that. By then, they should be saying they need water. So I'll come back around. Pump's already in gear. Open my tank's pump, open my left rear discharge, set it to pressure and set it at 125 to 135. They should be ready to fight fire if they've got all their connections made. One thing the driver needs to make sure is when they're pulling this, go ahead and pull you enough hose, because if they've got the end of the female part by the sidewalk, you're not going to make that unless you pull another section of hose. So go ahead and pull 5. 5 sections of 3-inch will get the gated Y at the bottom of the stairs. That way you have 100 foot from there to in the apartment. Gives you plenty of hose. And after that, it's just fighting fire.